Australia. So our motto is we can take your business to the next level and help you generate more than 10x your sales growth. Anybody here interested in 10xing your sales growth? I believe you are. That's why you're here. That's why you're taking your time today. So stick with us, folks. It's going to be really entertaining and very interesting to help you move your business forward. First off, we have 14 plus years in the Philippines experience and the Asia Pacific region. So I want you to think about a couple of things. Where do your customers come from? Are they locally in the Philippines? Are they in the surrounding APAC area? Are they totally global? Do you have business that you can generate in the United States and Canada and other parts of the world? Because you're going to learn strategies on how to do all things today, okay? We have literally thousands of customers worldwide that started just right here from our home offices in Taguig, Philippines. And we work across all lines. So we do B2B and B2C, business to business and to consumer. And we're going to show you, today we're going to show you some really cool strategies. If you're in the real estate industry, we're going to show you how we sold over 500 million pesos worth of real estate property using LinkedIn. If you're in accounting, we're going to show you how we've generated the #1 accounting firm in terms of search ranking in the Philippines, which equates to hundreds of millions of pesos in sales per year. So we're going to show you how to move your business in different ways that you've probably never seen before. So hopefully you've got a notepad and a pen that you can take some notes today and you can kind of learn what some of the experts are going to teach you. So we operate with just about every type of business on the planet. So it doesn't matter if you're a do-it-yourself, a micro entrepreneur, you're a sole proprietor, a small, medium-sized corporation, or a large enterprise business. Basically, everybody can learn something today, and you can take something home, and you can start working on a different aspect of your business that can start changing the trajectory of the revenue that you can generate, okay? So what do we do at LeadMaker? We specialize on lead generation services that we're going to get into more details with you on a little later in our program. We do virtual sales teams and digital marketing. And what we're going to start with today, just kind of go over some of the industries that we affect, that we work with, and maybe some of our clients that we've worked with as well. So we deal with everything from accounting, security, BPOs and call centers who need to generate more sales by finding clients that want to outsource, recruitment agencies, business financing, software, anything from software, IT, SaaS companies, insurance and financial, logistics, fast-moving consumer goods, real estate, manufacturing, construction. This is just a small, we couldn't get them all on the screen. So this just gives you an idea of kind of who we're actually targeting. But we work with everybody, let's put it that way. And we've worked with Hewlett-Packard, JobStreet, PruLife UK, Keller Williams, HSBC, Ayala, just to name a few in the side of the country, in the Philippines here. I've personally been here for more than 15 years. So I can tell you, and with literally the thousands of clients that we've had, we've generated some of the most successful revenue generating companies in the Philippines and beyond. So let's talk about how to get passive inbound leads. What do I mean by passive? Well, passive means you're not buying ads and trying to get people to come, you're actually literally creating a stream of ongoing daily, weekly, and monthly inquiries to your business. How lovely would it be for you to not have to pick up the phone and go out and make outbound sales calls, or to do something that's proactive? You can literally sit there, wake up in the morning, get your cup of coffee, check your email, and all of a sudden you had inquiry after inquiry coming in from people that were searching for a product that you sell, and they found you online and they called you or they emailed you and said they were interested. I mean, that's the ultimate form of inquiry. That's the ultimate form of lead, right? Because you know that this is somebody who's interested, they're looking, they have a need, they have a want, and they found you, and you provide that service. Okay. How are we gonna make that happen for you? Well, here in the Philippines, just like you have anywhere else in the world. You have a product called Google My Business. And I find that many of the local companies here are not using it to its full benefit. They're literally not paying attention to how they can drive an enormous amount of inquiries using Google My Business. Okay, I'm going to show you some samples here in a minute of how we've generated over 100 million in annual, 100 million pesos in annual revenue to an accounting firm. And we've done the same for multiple different businesses here in the Philippines. But every one of you have the opportunity. If you have a business locally registered with an office here in the Philippines, you can set up a Google page, a Google listing. Many of you probably know that, but most companies are not doing it. Unfortunately, I don't see a lot happening. So we're here to help you. If you need help doing it, setting it up and getting it rolling, that's what we do. We can actually get that process in place for you. We're going to start with getting your area, your location of your, if you're in Taguig, but you want to also sell products in Makati and Quezon City and in Cebu, we can actually do that for you. And we'll show you some incredible ways to actually show you how to expand this nationwide throughout the entire Philippines without having to have multiple locations, by the way. We'll also show you how to include all your products, formulate the right keyword strategy. And I want you to think about 10 top keywords that you can think about. If you're selling automobiles, for example, let's say you're selling cars and you want people that are searching for a specific type of vehicle to find you first and foremost on your Google page before they find your competitors, you want to make sure to have the right keyword strand listed on your Google My Business page so that people will find you. And again, that's something that we can help you do, or we can give you information so that you can even do it yourself. The goal here is to get into the top 3-pack, okay? So I'm giving you an example of some of our customers that we've worked with. Here's a preschool in BGC Surrendra. And, a lot of people can, you can create a profile, but it's really important to make sure you have the right, visual presentation. You can put videos there. You can put pictures, get some positive reviews flowing, make yourself seem extremely credible. Because if you put up a profile and you don't have anything listed, you have no pictures, you've got no reviews listed, it doesn't look professional. You want to stand out. You want to make your business stand out from all the other businesses in the same industry that you're in. Okay, so this just gives you an idea of what you can do. Did you also know that beyond Google, there are other search engines, right? And there's more and more coming, as we're going to start to teach you some more information here about what's actually coming in the near future here in the Philippines. But you got Bing. Bing is a large percentage shareholder of the amount of searches that are going on out there in the world. Obviously, Google My Business, Google is the number one, probably 90% or plus, somewhere in that range. Bing is the second, but you got to have both. You don't want to miss people inquiring on Bing that could have found you, but instead they found your competitor. Could you imagine if you don't have you had a Google My Business page listed, you spent all your time and money putting something there, but you forgot to put a profile on Bing. And then all of a sudden, 10% of the people that are searching for your product are finding your competitor. So make sure you're covering all bases. You got your Google, you got your Bing, and here's one of our customers here, Capable Warrior Security Agency, the #1 security agency in the Philippines now. Okay, you can get yourself in the 3-pack listed up there, and that's really important, folks. The literally 90% of all the traffic will go to the companies in the top 3. Okay. Here you can see that Cambridge, looking for preschool and BGC, you're going to find our customer Cambridge, which is #1. And then you got, of course, Little Pearls, #2, and Playscape Manila. But #1 is where you want to be. That's where almost all of the search traffic is going to come from. So does it make sense that you need to really, outside of having a website, everybody's got a website, and it's much more difficult to get your website in the top ranking on your website than it is to get #1 on Google. And I'm going to tell you today, folks, it's very easy to do. We can actually get most businesses in the Philippines listed in the 3-pack within 2 to 3 months. Literally, there's strategies. and concepts that we deploy for our clients that very few people understand or know about. But that's why you hire an expert like us to do it for you. So here's one of our clients here that's got one of the largest and fastest growing accounting firms in the Philippines. And now they're branching out into the UK, New Zealand, Australia, and potentially Europe. So they receive over 60 calls a month from Google My Business. Now that translates into an enormous amount of revenue. Okay, so ask yourself this question: does your business right now take advantage of Google My Business? Are you generating sales from your inbound stream that's available to every one of us? From the real estate salesperson to the insurance person to the manufacturing firm that wants to get more customers for their manufacturing arm. It's a strategy that's proven, it's tested, and it works over and over and over again. And I just encourage you to seriously think about it. Think about the keywords that people would type to search into the toolbar there and to find your product. And I want you, in fact, what I'd love you to do when we get off this call today is I'd love for you to go on Google and search in for your product. Like I sell, I'm looking for a real estate agent in Quezon City, for example. Okay, search that. Where are you coming up? Are you pulling up in that if you're a real estate agent? So think about who are your competitors? How are people finding them, in what keyword capacity to find the answer to their question, which is somebody who can help them with that product, right? So we want them to find you. So that's why we would love to have an orientation with you, schedule a consultation, see where we can try to help you engage and figure out those keyword strategies. But here's another thing I wanted to talk about. Remember I mentioned that Google's number one, Bing is number two, but very fast, there are a lot of companies that are moving up the rankings. Like there are 21 other search engines. Is your company listed on Yahoo, on U.com, on DuckDuckGo? There are lots of other search engines in the normal realm that people are starting to use more and more now these days.
Yeah, I'm a DuckDuckGo user for sure. I use it all the time, and I know lots of people that use DuckDuckGo. You never know what people are using, right?
Exactly, Mark. There's a lot of different ways that people are going to search for your product. Last but not least, in terms of the inbound stuff that's coming in, how many of you have a cell phone? How many of you use your cell phone for your voice search? Well, the majority of people still today are still typing into a keyboard, but I'm going to share some information with you on how powerful this is right now. There are 4 major platforms for voice search. I've got them listed on the screen right now. Amazon's Alexa, Apple Siri, Google Assistant, and Microsoft's Cortana. So, if I'm looking for a life insurance policy, for the most part, I could just literally talk into my phone and ask Siri, can you find me the closest life insurance agent near me? And it'll automatically find the listing that Google, or it's Google Voice, which is what I've got here, would absolutely find and would rank the top 3 life insurance companies in my area that I can simply push a button and make a phone call to. Once again, what this speaks to is it's technology that's moving at the speed of light. And most companies, not even in the Philippines, most companies in the world are not yet even considering or thinking about voice search SEO yet. It's a completely different type of search technology and keyword strategy that your business needs to deploy in order for them to find you, for your customers to find you. And if they're not finding you, they're going to find your competitors. So, let's teach you a little bit more on how we can actually help you, okay? So what does this mean? Where is the voice search, where is that going in terms of, searches right now? Let's take a look. This is why you need to be found on your voice search. Literally 40% of searches are done on voice search, and it's growing every single year. Take a look at the numbers on the statistics. Over 8.4 billion searches were done on voice search just in 2024 alone. So That number is skyrocketing. It's absolutely exploding. We're only in the second month of 2024. So where is this leading you? Showing you strategies on how to get your phone ringing, get your inbound sales coming in. And what Mark is going to talk about next is an absolute hidden gem. It's the secret to how to take social media and LinkedIn for B2B sales and explode your business. But this is why you want to get started with LeadMaker. This is why you might want to, get a hold of us and see if we can help you and maybe do a discovery call with us. You get to leverage experts that understand all aspects of how to get your phone ringing and how to do outbound marketing to generate sales. You all want to 10x your business, right? You all want to scale your growth. Well, there's no better way to do it than to hire people that understand it better than anybody. So you want to leverage your time. You want to move up the rankings quickly. We're going to provide all the reports, the dailies, the weeklies, and everything that you need in order for you to see the value and the growth at a very affordable price. We do not charge. We're based here in the Philippines, and we do not charge an enormous amount of money with our services. It's very reasonable. You're going to find that if you incorporate us into your business marketing, systems, we're going to take your business to the next level, way beyond, and give you ROI that's going to help generate sales long into the future. So we're going to help you create an inbound lead machine. What we're going to talk about now, I'm going to have my partner Mark here, who is an expert on LinkedIn. How many of you are using your LinkedIn profile to generate millions of pesos in sales every year? And if you're not generating millions of pesos in sales per year, you should be. We're going to show you how to do it right now. Mark, let's take it away and show these folks how to do it.
Okay, yeah, thank you. That was really informative. And that is, of course, really the opposite of what we're about to talk. That is all about incoming. That's people coming to you, and that's very powerful. But you don't want to leave it just there. We want to go out to your customer too. You want to target them very specifically. So a great platform for that. There's lots of platforms out there. But of course, we, especially in the B2B space, we want to be talking about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is that professional networking. Facebook is great, but it's not that professional. Instagram's a bit hit and miss. LinkedIn, you can be very hyper targeted to your target market. So, why LinkedIn? There are 12 million active profiles in the Philippines now. And that is a big number, but that is growing. That is growing every single year by over 1 million profiles. You may have seen it on like podcasts and various advertising. There's so much going on. They're really trying to grow it, right? It's not going stale. They're growing. And of those people, there's 130,000 C-suite or director level. These are decision makers in businesses. They are the actual decision makers who can decide whether to buy or not to buy your product or service. You're not talking to their secretaries when you cold call them. You're not, sending mail and hoping that they're going to open it. You're talking directly to them. And that's why it's so important. That's why this works. And if you take a look on there, I'm sure a lot of you are watching from LinkedIn right now. You'll know that every industry is represented, whether it is, real estate or electrical or any type of business. They're all on LinkedIn. So just a few other facts we've got for you. 41% of millionaires use LinkedIn. Frankly, I don't find that interesting. That makes a lot of sense. And yeah, 48% of users, this is the real key one, 48. So almost half of the users on LinkedIn are checking every single day their profile to see if they've got messages or notifications. That's really powerful. That's a really engaged audience. And if you are keeping it in the Philippines, that's great. If you're actually international and you're selling your products internationally, 1 billion users now, over 1 billion users. That's a huge pool to pull from. So yeah, and in the Philippines, we've realized the average income of a LinkedIn user is 45,000 peso per month. So very interesting facts there. So, how can you get started and start creating sales through LinkedIn if you're not already? So the very first thing you need to start with is actually looking at your profile. If you're not sure that your profile is up to scratch, if you're not sure if it's, it's able to bring in business, then you should definitely listen to this. So first of all, I've just got you 2 examples here. Okay, the one on the right is actually one of our clients. The one on the left, I've just found. Hopefully she's not watching and realizing I'm using her profile as a bad example. But you can see it looks very plain, right? You're not using that top banner. You see the top banner in the gray. She's not really using the about section. It's just 2 lines. She's missed out the featured section. There's lots of things you can use on a LinkedIn profile. If you look at that, there's a button that says, add profile section. There's loads of things that you can use. So we like to, put the brand. You can see this, our client Derek's brand, like portal, is very prominent. We like to do that. We like to use that featured section. These are really important. It's a bit like, imagine your dating apps, right? When you swipe left or swipe right, it's very similar. It's the same if you're a recruiter. You look at a resume or a CV for like 30 seconds max, right? This is exactly the same. People are going to judge you very quickly, whether they want to add you in their network or listen to you or not. So that is the first stage, and it's very important. Just some more examples of some of our clients. You can see here his branding is very strong here, right? Nice big smile. We're using that orange all over. This is one of our team, Vince. I don't know if he's watching today, but hey, Vince. You can see our purple branding, like it's very strong there, and we're using that in the about section. We're talking all about the products and services that we offer. Really important, some of these things. So once your profile is perfect, it's time to actually start building a list. When we talk about a list, we're talking about your target. Who is your perfect target market? If you're a recruiter, your target market is twofold. It's the people looking for jobs, and it's the people trying to hire people, right? Very, very clear. For us, our target market is also very clear. It's salespeople. We're helping salespeople. So it's really important that you can define that target market, and you have LinkedIn has all of those filters that you can use to do that. So you do need to decide though, are you going to run on a sales navigator profile? That is the premium product from LinkedIn. It's a bit expensive. It's 5,000 peso monthly. Or you can use the free profile where you get less filters and things like that. However, if you were to actually work with us, we can kind of skip that and save you that money because we have access to kind of everything. So it's all about building that list. So on the left here, you can see some of the filters. These are just examples that I pulled today. So I've done a very kind of generic one here, just on Metro Manila. You can see in the bottom left for our geography. And in the top left, you can see our job title, just on presidents and CEOs. There's more titles in that kind of C-suite area. But I've just given you this as an example. Straight away, we got, 19,000 results. It's huge. It's a huge pool of people to bring from. But you can go the other way. You can be like a sniper as such and go really specific, which I've done here for you. So we're also in the Philippines. I've done the industry. You can see on the bottom left there is hospitality. Our job titles are director of food and beverage or food and beverage manager. This might be if you're selling some type of drinks and you want the hotels to start, selling those drinks. So straight away here, it's hidden a little bit, but it's about 300 results there. So that's being a sniper. We're going like really direct to our target market, or you might prefer to keep it broad. But those 2 examples I've just given you are in the Philippines. You might be selling internationally, which a lot of people in the Philippines are selling to North America in one way or another. So I'll give you an example here. We've set up our connection targets here. We've got the industry is accounting, geography is North America, and then owner. So we're trying to target owners of accounting companies, right? Maybe you're providing bookkeeping outsourcing, for example. Some of our clients are. 52,000 results. It's a huge amount. There's a great pool of people that you can find to be your customer. And, we can bring that down and actually start targeting maybe employee headcount. Maybe you wanted actually to target people with less than 50 heads in their company. We can bring that down and be very specific. The point is they're all out there. You do need to define it. You shouldn't just be going like, today I'll search for this, tomorrow I'll search for that. It's very good to be like focused. Who am I talking to? Who do I want to listen to me? So then it becomes to the messaging, because we need to reach out to all of these people. All right. So I've got some golden rules for you here that we've learned over the years. We've made all the mistakes. We know exactly what not to do, what to do to get the results, because that's our business. The number 1 rule, it's there in capitals for you, is do not spam people. Don't throw information at people. It doesn't get results, actually. You really want to be nurturing and growing these relationships. You also need to consider who you're speaking to. You might be going to that high level, the ones we just gave you, like CEOs and owners and things like that. But also you might be selling to maybe like a lower level manager, right? The way you talk to these people is very different. The amount of like respect or the way that you talk to them is different. So you really need to consider that. Another thing to consider is A/B testing. Maybe you've come across that before, particularly if you're in marketing. A/B testing simply means sort of taking one part of your messaging. Maybe it's the first part where you reach out, and you might have two versions of that, and you're going to do half and half, right? So you're going to do half and half, see which one gets the best results. We do that all the time for our clients. It works out really well. We might think, oh, this is going to work better, and the client thinks this will work better. We put them together, see who wins. We're not embarrassed if we get it wrong, as long as we work out which is the best option to go with. So it's really cool way to do that, A/B testing. This is a big one, asking questions. This is where we talk about do not spam people. Asking questions is so important. LinkedIn do not give us the algorithms, of course. They keep that very private. But what we've worked out from running thousands of these profiles is that if you ask a question and you get a reply, that's an engaged audience, and you actually get rewarded for inviting a conversation. So if you throw 4 or 5 messages over a few months to somebody and they don't reply to you, you get penalized and you're not allowed to send out so many connection requests. So that amount, that kind of load that you can send out is really important, and it's determined by how spammy you are. So very important there. And that's why we say, offering value is really important. It's not all about just asking for business. You can provide value to people, whether it's a PDF kind of guide to something, a video to something. It's very good to offer value. People respond to that very, very well. You're not always going to get people on the first reply, right? When you send a message out, sometimes, sure, they're going to reply straight away. But in a lot of cases, and we sort of recommend between 4 and 8, you need to have lots of messages going out. Not all in quick succession. We don't mean like one every day, every 4 days. We mean just kind of every few months, just keep on top of people, keep following up, because eventually they say, okay, it's time. I've got some time. Let's hear what she or he has to say. So it's really important to have those follow-up messages and be rigid, be very disciplined, and make sure you do send those messages out. And of course, with anything in marketing, analyze and improve. It goes back to our A/B testing, but check, what are the replies? Am I receiving rude replies? Are they annoyed at what I'm writing to them? Or is this one responding well? Is that one responding bad? You can analyze these and spot trends and then improve. Improving will always help you. So I kept talking about spammy, right? On the left, this is an extreme example, but this is what spam looks like. It's throwing things at people. It's urgent. It's lots of emojis. It's click now. It's apply immediately. All that kind of stuff. People are not going to react to that. Okay. You see the one on the right, engaging. This is having a conversation. Thanks for connecting. This is what I do. Can I help you? It's very nice and engaging. So be very careful of what you write to people. Notice at the end, there's a question. Are you looking for a career change? Even if they say no, that helps with our algorithm. So look, this is how we would kind of recommend doing it. And you can write this out and have it very kind of structured. But we might say, hi, Dave. It'd be great if we can professionally connect. We want them in our network. It's really important that we just get people in our networks before we pitch them. Okay, this is just a small example, but it's one that works. You're welcome to use it. Short, sweet, to the point, get the connection. Once you get that connection, you can then start messaging people. So we might say, thanks for connecting. I'm Mark and I help people get sales leads. Tell them who you are, tell them what you can help with. And then you might say, let me know if I can help you. You might get some hits. You might get ignored. That's why we might follow up with them a few days later. Do you have problems with X? Are you trying to X? And these are where you put in people's pain points. Are you having problems with your books? Your finance books. So that's where you might be an accountant that can come and fix things. Are you having problems getting enough sales through the door? You know, you're trying to pick on people's pain points. If you're still not getting replies, you can go again. This is how we helped this company achieve, you know, a better ROI or whatever it might be, whatever you're helping people with. Give a real example. If you've got a big brand that you've worked with, great, throw it in right now because they'll react well to that. Maybe another follow-up here, I've put 5 days. So, you know, you can be very direct now. If they're not replying to you for a few messages, be very direct. I want to meet you. I want to show you. Are you free Wednesday? Just put that as an example. You might have a particular date you prefer to do meetings, but you can be really direct at this point. They're ignoring you. We want to get a reaction. And then one that's really nice. This one we use a lot and it gets really good results. Really good results. So if there's one thing you listen to, use this message. This is when they've ignored you last month, you know, or a couple months ago. Maybe you were busy. I understand. Maybe you were busy when I reached out last month. Are you in a better position to discuss now? We tried that one and it works fantastic. So write that one down. It's very, very good. So look, when you take all of these messages, you can create a structure just like this. This is an example of what we use. We like to do this. Every client that works with us, we run campaigns like this. We make these flow charts. But the point is it keeps a structure. It really makes you keep to that structure. And you make sure everyone gets that same message that's going out. And then if you're replying to everyone, or maybe someone on your team is replying, or you know, maybe using us or somebody else to reply for you, having those replies, you can see in the middle there, reply number 3 or reply number 1. Having those replies ready for all those kind of objections you might get or questions you might get, just having everything ready is just going to save your brain, so you don't get LinkedIn out, if you know what I mean. You don't feel like you're just typing the same thing over and over or trying to think of what it is. You just copy paste. You have all your responses ready. But yeah, if you work with us, we create all this for you. Maybe you don't know this, but if you connect with somebody on LinkedIn, you immediately get access to their email address and phone number if they leave it available. It's something overlooked quite a lot, but what we like to do, and you can do this too, is actually pull that data, the name, the email, and sometimes the phone number. Sometimes probably about 50%, maybe sometimes 60% of people have their phone numbers available. But you can pull that data. We pull it every day for our clients. But you're welcome to do that because you can then actually target them on newsletters. You can call them up. You know, you're creating that omni-channel kind of way of marketing, which if you're in marketing just means like you're coming from this platform, that platform, this angle, that angle. Yes, it's a really good way. This is how we do it for our clients. We like to have a live spreadsheet, so some Google Sheets, and we've got, you know, every day we're pulling that data, putting it in here, and marking the ones that are leads, etc. Obviously, this is Hollywood campaign leads, so it's just celebrity names there for an example. But of course, if this was you would have, you know, this customer, that customer. You can see all the ones who actually inquired, so it's great. Some more just tips for you to get the most out of LinkedIn. I think these are really important. Growing your corporate page followers is really important. You know, you're putting posts out there. You want people to see it. People aren't always going to just find it. So if you go onto your corporate page, look in the top right-hand corner, you'll see this box that says grow your followers, invite connections. And that's all you have to do. Click that button. And this screenshot on the right is what appears. And you can actually just see all the people that you're connected to and invite them to follow your corporate page. If you look again to the left image, you can see you get 250 credits per month. We use those credits up all the time. Okay, and we do it for all of our clients too. It's really important. You get way more followers. All you have to do is ask. Join LinkedIn groups. There's so many groups. Look at that top left, 2.6 million groups worldwide, and they're all based on, you know, maybe your job or your location or your interests. These are just the first ones that came up for me, but look how many members are in each one. Imagine posting like frequently in those groups or interacting with people. You're gonna create a stir. We highly recommend this one. Post content regularly. At an absolute minimum, I really urge you to do this. At an absolute minimum, post once a week. Absolute minimum. If you can, you know, and you've got help now with all the chat GPT and like Mid-Journey and all those kind of things. This image was made in Mid-Journey. You can actually automate a lot of that, and you can push for 1 post per day. Try it. Try 1 post per day for 100 days, and you'll see what happens. You create a lot of stir. Very important. Events. You may be realizing you're on an event right now, right? You've joined one of our marketing employees. Of course, you're all salespeople. You're all kind of in our target market. And so we're trying to do is create an event. We're giving value. We're trying to teach you. But at the same time, at the end of this event, if you want somebody to do it for you, we can help. And you can copy that strategy and talk about your niche, position yourselves as experts and then invite people to come to you. Of course, not everyone will. A lot of you are going to hopefully take some notes from this and find it really important. But a few of you would realize that this is an offering that you can bring to your company and create sales. So having events is really important too. It's something that we do for our clients. And of course, you're on it right now. We do it for ourselves. Very, very engaging. This is the same for any platform really, but engage with your audience, right? Particularly when you're running this type of campaign and you're picking up new connections in your target market. Repost their stuff, comment on their things, like their things, right to them. Tell them you thought that was funny or that was intriguing. People are going to really be very engaged if you're engaged with them. Okay, that's important. And this one's really popular we're finding in the Philippines. Like becoming a LinkedIn influencer is amazing. You can grab lots of followers. It's not been used in the same way as Facebook and Instagram and TikTok in the past, but people are really starting to resonate with being a LinkedIn influencer, particularly in business, because you can bring people, you can help make decisions. It's very powerful. So again, like we of course offer the whole LinkedIn campaigns as a service. So if you do want professionals, experts to help you run through this whole process, we are there for you. We are there locally in the Philippines. We have so much local knowledge to help you. And we've run thousands of these strategies. We know what works. The aim is, of course, positive ROI. We can help you get there. Looking at the profiles, we've done thousands of profiles. We can help you create your profile look absolutely professional and amazing. Like I said earlier, there's no need for LinkedIn Premium or Sales Navigator or Recruiter. When you work with us, we can basically skip all of that and still get access to all of that data. And talking about our own data, we hold a huge amount of data in the Philippines, which we can help you use to hyper target for better accuracy. It's really important. We really pride ourselves when we work with clients. We're very customizable. Like whatever you want to do, whatever your targets are, whatever kind of message you want to get across or the product, don't think that this might not fit into it. We will adapt. We are very good at adapting to people's businesses. We work across all different types of industries, all different types of people, even languages and everything. We're very customizable. It's a done for you package. And of course, you get that full database of connections that I just showed you, the live spreadsheet. It's incredible when you have that data. It's all the people that are connected with you. You can use it in so many different ways. So we highly recommend, if you want to start on LinkedIn, or you want to get better on LinkedIn, or simply you want to leverage your time and let somebody else run your LinkedIn, we are there for you. Hopefully you got some good tips there. So I'll hand you back to Brad.
This is exciting, Mark. This is really cool. I hope you guys paid attention to what Mark just got done explaining to you. I mean, LinkedIn is such a powerful marketing strategy that you can use here in the Philippines or pretty much anywhere in the world. As you know, they're in 200 different countries now. But the cool thing that we've seen is that you could take your profile, you can literally, if you do it properly and you have the right messaging strategy, and you're not spammy like what Mark said, you can reach out to as many as 1,000 up to 2,000 potential customers every month. Imagine a fully blown profile running at full speed, okay, hitting 2,000 potential customers, companies every single month. I mean, by the third month, you're at 6,000 potential clients that could be coming on board with your business. From that number, we're seeing 20 to 30% connection rate, and we're seeing a 50% engagement rate of people that are communicating with us from everything from I'm interested, schedule an appointment with me. I'd love to see your products. Can you send me your company profile and your pitch deck? It stems from different areas, but the bottom line is turn your LinkedIn profile into a money-making machine. And if you don't know how to do it, if you don't know where to begin, you don't know where to get started, just get back in touch with us. We're happy to spend a little bit of time with you. We're here, like I said, and Mark said, we're here in the Philippines. We've been here for 15 years. We know this market really, really well. We know exactly what works. We've helped companies from the biggest companies, brands you can imagine, to just small micro entrepreneurs, get started. Like I told you about one of our customers sold real estate, and we helped them sell, hundreds of millions of pesos worth of real estate product. People always think, well, LinkedIn's for getting a job. Not really. It's for just about everything you can think about. We sold one of our clients is a skincare company out of Malaysia. We sold millions of dollars worth of skincare to people in Malaysia. So it really doesn't matter. As long as you have the right targeting and the right messaging, you can turn your LinkedIn profile into a money-making machine. And all it takes is just a little bit of, getting it set up and then turning it on. So we look forward to, we're actually starting to do these like every couple of weeks now. Like I said, last week, we only talked about LinkedIn in some capacity. Today, we talked about inbound, getting your business set up so that you've got a steady stream of referrals and inbound inquiries, plus the LinkedIn. Maybe the next time we do this, we're going to bring something extra to you, something different that you can utilize. So I hope you guys are enjoying learning, getting smarter, getting better, start to implement some of these strategies. And like we said, if you need help, go ahead and reach out to us, leadmaker.agency. Go on our website, click on the contact us. And we look forward to meeting you one of these days. Hope you all had a great time.
Yeah, thanks everyone. See you. Bye.